I talked earlier in the week about this idea of having different materials available in your trust fund tray across a period of time, which is absolutely essential. I want to talk about this diagram here. So this comes from my new book, and this explores, well, actually, it's not that you can just achieve breadth through those materials. You can also go deep within those materials as well. So we're adding another layer of complexity on top of this now. So if you've already got something like, example here, cornflakes, well, learning to explore those cornflakes with the different tools that you've set up in your trust spot tray area. Well, actually, I can scoop the cornflakes. It might fall through the little holes here. I can crush them with this one. I can give it a good little twirl or whirl around with this one. And, well, probably give it a good whack with this one. Brilliant. The problem is, when it comes to learning about cornflakes, if you have cornflakes in that tray for a month with the same tools, of course they'll learn all about how to use these tools, but eventually they will have sort of mastered cornflakes. Let's go a bit deeper. What else can we add in that combine that material, that texture with something else? So in the diagram I've got on the screen at the moment, I've got water. So the overlap part with cornflakes and water is everything gets soggy. And suddenly, this tool that was once used to crush the cornflakes, now I've added something else into it. It's got a different way of working. The cornflakes have changed. How did those change? That's new learning. How can I make the cornflakes be drier or soggier? That's new learning. And then how can I now use a spoon with these cornflakes, and how is it different? That's new learning. There's so many opportunities for new learning, and of course, whilst this is going on, you're wrapping those interactions with questions, new vocabulary, exploration, curiosity. There's tons of amazing things happening in that moment, and this is just from a small selection that I call your pantry. So in the diagram here, I've got what custard powder, cornflakes, water, pasta porridge oats, and hair gel. Those 6 things open up a broad range of different things that you could be doing where there's overlap, and of course, you can take things from one side of the diagram and the other and combine them and see what happens just from a small selection of 6 basic mouth safe for your children. I'm not saying these are mouth safe all the time for all children, but think about your children. Picking 6 mouth safe materials that are safe for your children to use with their hands in their mouths, you can provide a really broad and rich and deep, meaningful set of play experiences over a very long period of time. You do not need to find something new in your trust spot tray every day. We do not have the money, we do not have the time. Let's keep it as simple as possible and really make sure that learning goes as deep and as broad as we possibly can. And it's not superficial. We don't need to learn about 80 different materials. If we can learn about 10 really well, that's amazing. That's great knowledge to take us later on into our next year in schooling.